Hi, this is Adele, and in today's video, I'm going to show you that you don't need to work on one large painting. You can make small studies and small paintings and put them together to make one large painting. And stay till the end of this video because you want to see how I put them all together. Several different examples. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and the like button so you don't miss out on any of my Saturday art tutorials. Thanks for joining, and let's get started. I am putting down, these are 4 small, I think they're 5x7 watercolor paper, and I'm going to work on them as a collage that I'm going to put together at the end in a couple of different forms to show you exactly how you can build a longer, or rather a bigger piece from smaller pieces. You can combine 6 of them or 4 of them or 8 of them. And when you work in a series, it's really fun because you can look at each one, and then when you put them together, there's a spontaneity to it that I think really brings some a level of interest that you can't get sometimes when you just work on a larger piece by itself. So you'll see all these papers that I've put down here, and this is what I love. I have all of them around me, different sizes, and I'm going to just collage them together, and I've decided to just do stripes because I just want to do the stripes. I do different things at different times. You can also paint each one separately, but in this video, I'm just going to show you how I do a collage with all these collected, really just like papers. And you will really, it would be great if you have this, if you collect papers or if you do collage, just spread it all around you and hold it over like you see me doing and seeing if you like the color combinations. Think about whether you want, make sure that you create each square or rectangular in this case complete on its own, and then when you put them together or combine them, then they really come out well. So I'm just trying to, hold different shapes and different colors over. I'm thinking about if I want light color, the light with the dark. I don't want to use one color too many times, but I love that green gold, so I'm going to repeat that because I think it looks good with orange and taupe and the red and the blue, and it gives it's a dark value. So I just hold them over, and then I look through all the, the smaller pieces, and the whole time I'm playing and just enjoying what I'm doing, but at the same time, I'm really thinking of composition. And anytime I work with color, all these colors, I get so excited. Just working with colors it's like a visceral reaction to something. I just feel excited. Look at that color combination, or look at that one, or this, the subtlety or the contrast really does something. And by doing this without thinking, you can actually tell what colors you really love putting together. So don't think about it too much, just respond. And this is like an exercise, or it can be more of a final piece, and I'll show you at the end, so stay tuned. And if you like doing this, or if you want to learn more about collage, please comment below and say, do a video on collage, and feel free to make any comments and tell me what you would like me to do a video on. I've done a lot of videos, and a lot of people have written so many wonderful things, so I want to give you exactly what you want to see. So please make sure you comment below. Now I'm going and just using this glue stick to put them down, not thinking too much about it. It's not really sophisticated, but it certainly does work. And again, you want to work quickly and thoughtfully, but at the same time, don't think too much. Trust your intuition, and at the end, you'll see, oh, what color combinations automatically come up for you. And this is a way that you can also tell not only your color combinations that you like, but the style that you like. And using just stripes in this whole exercise, or working in a series, just being able to put those down, you'll know more about your style, obviously the colors that you like, what you naturally go for, and then afterwards you can do more analyzing, but trust your intuition while you're combining, trust your intuition first, and then just take a second to think, do I like that? I don't like that. Is it too big? Is it too small? And just go by that. But it really helps when you have all these color swatches all around you to choose from. If you just have a couple of things, then it's not as easy. So I would take the time to do color swatches and put them in a pile. Whenever you want to do something in the studio or feel creative, but you don't have time, do some color swatches, because this is something that you can later do when you have them all around you. And sometimes I do color swatches with patterns, but I just had a whole stack of these colored papers, and I didn't have any patterns. So I just used what I had, which is really great, to just use what you have. Now I've got this orange that's going over with the blue, and of course I like it because it's complementary colors, but I'm kind of asking myself, are these too saturated to put together? And I'm thinking, okay, I like that. It's like a reddish orange. You can just use any glue stick to put them together. And I push these together as I start making up the composition for each one. I put down the background first, so I've got the background colors. And now I'm doing just the little swatches to adding the stripes and making sure I have a variety of thin, thick. Before I cut one or put one on, I'm thinking, is this the same shape, or rather the same size? You don't want to have them all the same size. You want the variety, which is one of the most important and most successful things in the work, besides a contrast of light and dark and value. So you want a variety. Oh, and I want to make some, not just all stripes, but I'm even putting some, stripes, but as like a base, or to put at the top. And I have no idea what it's going to turn out like. I'm just holding it up and thinking and going around. What does this look like? Do I like it? Don't I like it? I know I want to add things on the edges because I like putting things on the edges. And I'm also thinking, like the one right here, there were all those, the green, the orange, and the lighter green. The sizes are too similar. So I want to break that up. Now I'm just picking up all the paper pieces and holding it down. What do I like? What don't I like? And then I have tons of things to choose from. This is a really fun, playful, and quick way to have you can end up with 4 individual pieces like this, or if you're working on 6 or 8, you'll have 6 or 8 of them. And I'm going to show you, stay to the very end, because I'm going to show you how I've put them together in a variety of ways to get a bigger piece. Now, I only had the space for 4 of these. I really wanted to do 6 to 8 to show you, but I'm only going to do 4 in this one. But please try to do several, and you want them the same size, but the more you do, the bigger the piece you'll have. You can put them on at the end, you can put them on a canvas, you can put them on a board, you can even put them in a large frame if you want, and put them all together. So I'll show you all about that at the end. But you can see I'm just slowly putting, I put the background pieces first, the bigger sizes. Now I'm thinking about the smaller ones and where to put them. And even the tiny ones. Now I'm kind of moving them around to see, thinking again ahead. I'm thinking ahead right now to see how the composition might look once I put them all together on the board, and or rather the canvas. I'm going to show you. I'm going to put them all together on a canvas in several different ways to show you how you can have even 4 pieces and have totally different looks. Every one would be, every way you arrange it, it's going to give a different look for a piece of art. Trying things out. Do I like it here? Do I like it there? And at this point, I'm just trusting my gut. I like subtlety, so I love the color combination of this kind of light peach or pink against the bright green gold, which is one of my favorite colors. I don't always like a lot of contrast. I like some contrast, and of course, that's what I do, is some of the contrast and some not contrast. Subtleties, like the subtlety of different blues together, can really be interesting. I'm thinking that's too much contrast. But I'm going to go for it. But see, it's not so much contrast with that orange. If I had put it over the blue, it would have just jumped out. But if I put it on the orange, it gives a whole different feel to that small piece rather than putting it on the blue. So that those two shades of orange really are interesting together, I think. And I would love, if you do this exercise, please share a picture with it, because you might, with me, because and share it to the comments, because I would love to see what you come up with. And you can tell right away by the colors you choose and how you put them together what your style is. And I love seeing different people's styles. Some people like to work in a lot of subtle colors. Some people like to work in totally bright colors. So I love to see the differences. There I'm trying that. It's really like a shade on shade. So it's a blue, but it's a different kind of blue. And I do this a lot in my really large paintings. By doing this, I can tell exactly what color combinations I like and which ones I want to put together. And I love collage. I love collage. I do mixed media in all of my paintings, except for the floral ones. So again, please let me know below if you want me to do a video or a series on collage. I'd be happy to. I love doing it. Now, I'm looking through all these colors, which just looking at this stack of colors gets me excited. So when I have time, or when I don't have time and I want to do just something fun and exciting in the studio, even if it's for 10 minutes, I do color swatches and then I just add them up. And then I put them in piles of the blues or the pinks or the reds and see how they go together. Now that one was too big, so I'm going to cut it smaller and make have it be a little variety. Whoop, that's the one. That's how you know when you get that gut feeling, that's the one. And keep trusting that, because it's your style and your own choice and your view of what you want to do. Real important to trust your own style. I just love going through the colors. Those are most of the neutrals, as you can see. And look at all the different variety of colors, even in the neutrals. Light blue, the dark blue. Ooh, that's a gorgeous dark blue, which is also a very dark value. Kind of like a black, but not a black. More interesting than black. So if you're tempted to put black in sometimes, use a very dark value of that color. You can see how this is slowly just going from big swatches of color to smaller strips and stripes and different shapes, and it started to come together. And it was just really fun. I like putting things on the ends. So here I can see I'm putting an edge, but I'm not putting it on all the edges. Because when I put them together, I want to have some stripes on the edge, some, subtlety of color, and then I want a big area of color. And you could do something like this pretty much anywhere. If you if you have the color swatches, or with whatever they are, then you can, in some of the small pieces, you can do this anywhere. I am at the Round Top Antique Show in Texas doing this on my paint table. You can see the flies coming in and out. It's in about 90 degrees, but I just set up this little thing at the end of my paint table that I have here. So it's a really fun exercise to do anywhere. You can come away with lots of little series. Yep, that little pop of red really is going to, right next to the orange. Watch and see how it's going to make it come alive. Boom, there we go. And it's also a repeated color within. Just like in a big painting, you want to have some repeat colors, well, a lot of repeat colors, that move your eye through. Again, one of the most important things to think about when you're working is how is your eye moving around? Okay, I'm zoning in on the subtlety of those two colors. And as I'm doing this, I am just in the zone. I don't know what's happening around me. I'm just like, get this color craze, and just seeing all these color makes it so interesting. And then I love rearranging. And like I said in the beginning of the video, it gives a spontaneity by putting different disparate pieces together to make one. You see how they respond to each other when you hold them up in different in different places. You can immediately see, oh, I like that together. I don't like that together. Here is the first shot of the first way I arranged those 4 pieces. And you can see how I have tried to balance off the whole composition with the 4. And I put some of the pinks together, I put some of the yellows together, I put some of the darks, the variety of light and dark. So here's one example. Here is the second one that I did, and I rearranged it just so that you can see how you can do it in different ways. It gives different effects. And here's the final one. I just put them together, and I'd be so curious. Let me know in the comments below if you've gotten this far in the video, and I hope you have, which one of the 3 you like the best. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you in the next video.